You probably know me as the boy who has ranked the first 4 generations of Pokemon. Well, by the end of this video, you'll know me as the man who has ranked the first 5. So, let's get to ranking some Pokemon. Gen 5 has 156 Pokemon. It's the largest region to date. So this will be somewhat of a speed run. Victini is a very efficient design. Good blend of cute, friendly, dangerous, courageous. I like its V motif. Tonally, it's very sound. A. Now we have the starters. This is when Pokemon really started to change and take on a new sort of wave of design. Everything in this generation is much more specific in what it's trying to do. So the Snivy line, I like the Snivy line a lot, actually. It's grown on me over the years. Snivy goes in A. I don't mind Servine. I wish it was a bit more of a departure from what Snivy looks like. I think I'll put it in B. And I think that Serperior is a really cool final evolution for a starter. It's super unique. You know, it's not bipedal. It doesn't even have legs at all. I think, honestly, that's a really good one. It's S tier. Tepig is adorable. S. Obviously. Now, Pignite, a lot of people don't like it. Okay? And those people, to them, I say, buzz off. A tier. Emboar. Easy S tier. Okay, I know I said that this is when the starter designs started to degrade. I'm beginning to want to retract that statement, actually. I think Gen 6 is when that happened. So we'll get to that in a couple months, or maybe. Oshawott is very cute. I will put it in A. Usually I would choose Tepig. Duat, I think, is an S tier. I know it's humanoid, it's bipedal, it's very tween-esque. I personally enjoy its design very much. I like otters, and I will be the first to say that Samurott was the wrong direction for this line to go. And for that reason, I will put Samurott in B tier. Not a big fan of Samurott over here. Patrat is a B tier. I think it's an interesting expansion on the Rattata type Pokemon, but it is not fun to use. Watchog is C tier. I don't enjoy seeing it at all. I think examining the difference between Rattata and Raticate and Patrat and Watchog, it sort of shows how Pokemon has had to get more specific with their designs. Rattata and Raticate are very obviously just rats, whereas Watchog and Patrat need very specific personalities to justify their existence in the world. Now, Lillipup is very cute. I do think that it is somewhat boring. Herdier is an improvement on Lillipup. I like its design. I like its personality. Stoutland too. Both of those guys go in A. I think I like Purloin the same amount as Lillipup, but Liepard way less than Stoutland. Purloin goes in B and Liepard goes in C. I think I'm just not a cat person. Pansage. What a cute little guy. A tier. Simisage. Definitely the best of the final evolution of the monkeys. Still a B tier Pokemon. No, it's A. I actually like that one. Pansear can go in B. Simisear can go in D. Panpour, I do like quite a bit. Simipour, I am not a fan of. C tier. Munna. I think Munna is very cute. I think it has a lot of potential. Was its potential necessarily realized? No. I think that Musharna is far too similar to Munna. They are not very compelling to me. I'm going to put Munna in B and Musharna in C. I've always thought it was boring. Plus, when I was a kid, I thought those were big boogers it was having out of its mouth, which doesn't quite make sense. That's not the right color for boogers, but you know, when you see it, and it's gross. Pidove. I think that this is one of the best regional bird lines in the whole series. Honestly, A tier. Tranquil will go in B. It is not as good as the sorry, there's a big truck driving by and it's quite distracting. I do like trucks a lot. Wow. Oh. Unpheasant is going to be A tier. Due to its very cool design, female Unpheasant is not on this tier list. I would put female Unpheasant in B tier with Tranquil exactly because they look the exact same. It's not sexism. Blitzel. There's really not enough electric types in Pokemon. I think it's a super underused type. Blitzel's going to go in A. Now, I don't think Zebstrika is an improvement on Blitzel. Blitzel has the cute factor. Zebstrika looks far too generic. Zebstrika goes in B because I think it's a waste of potential. Roggenrola. That's a great one. A. Boldore. Also very cool. B. Gigalith is going to be S tier. It's almost too cool. Like, my little kid brain is firing at all cylinders just looking at that right now. Woobat. I think that Woobat Woobat is cute. I'll put it in B. And Swoobat is also going to go in B tier. This might be a bit of a controversial take. I'm going to put both Drillbur and Excadrill in S tier. Sorry. Odd to note, that is a D tier. Don't even get me started on in DD. I'll save that for the Gen 8 video in 2 years. This whole line is fantastic. Timber is an easy A, an early game must-have, if you will, especially for that second gym. Girder, B tier staple. A fine transition to the S tier. Conkeldurr. You know me. I like power. What exemplifies that more than Conkeldurr? Timpole. It is a smiley face with a tail. B tier, it's cute. Palpitoad. A tier. There is that really funny episode of the anime where Ash goes into the electric gym leader's gym with only his Palpitoad. Seismitoad is going to also be A tier, purely based on just being cool and fun to look at. Throw and Sock. Now, I like these guys. I can't say they're amazing. They add an interesting dichotomy to the region of Unova. Red and blue, you see. It's subtle. Throw is gonna be B tier, and Sock, A tier. Fight me. I will win. Swaddle. It's adorable. The whole line is gonna go in B tier. Venipede is gonna be B. It's fine. A little bug guy. Whirlipede. Pretty cool. It's like, whoa, it evolved into that. That's a very cool looking tree.
I've always been a big fan of Pokemon who can roll around.
Scolipede is S tier. It's just cool. It's just a massive bug. Cottony. It's cute. Not very much to it. B tier. Whimsicott. It's also very cute. And there is more to it. And it is a very... It's S tier. You know it. I know it. We all... Petalil. I find it boring, especially in comparison to Cottony and Whimsicott. This whole line is boring. C tier. And Lilligant is much cooler than Petalil, but still not very cool. Put it in B. Basculin. Basculin are both very boring, and I'll put them in both D tier. They are equally boring. Sandile. Cute. Not much personality yet. It'll go in B. Crocorock, on the other hand, will be A tier. Now, you'll see that this is a bit of a theme with this tier list. Crocodile is S tier. I think Crocodile is a great example of a final evolution Pokemon, like Pokemon, because within the progression of the series, how it looks in comparison to previous, like, large monster type reptilian final evolutions like Nidoking, Tyranitar, maybe. I think it is a effective progression in terms of their design philosophy. Darumaka. I love Darumaka. A. I have never really understood how Zen mode works. Gonna go in B. Now, Darmanitan. I like this guy. This one I like. Starong S tier. You'll notice. I think I was going through my first, like, drawing phase when Gen 5 was coming out because I just remembered, like, tracing the cards of, like, all of these. And Darmanitan was one of my favorites to do that with. Maractus. It is a cactus. C tier. I think Dwebble and Crustle occupy an important role. I don't personally like to use them, but finding them brings me joy. Dwebble will go in A. Crustle will go in B. Now, Scraggy, I actually have a plushie of. It'll go in A next to Darumaka. And then Scrafty, hear me out here. It's gonna be C tier. Sigalith is good. It's really cool. A. Yamask. I am going to put Yamask in B. Shout out my boy Andrew. There's Yamask on his door. Cofagrigus. One of the coolest names in Pokemon. So in the coolest names contest, it would be an S tier, but it's gonna be A. Tirtuga. Now, you could argue with me, Conrad, Tirtuga is not a good design because it is only a turtle, and turtles are real animals, and this is supposed to be a fantasy world. But then I would probably argue back to you, the audience member, that turtles are almost very fantasy-esque creatures. They're very cool. Have you ever seen a turtle in the wild? I have many times, and it is a wondrous experience. So, Jesus Christ, that was an asinine train of thought. That said, Tirtuga is going to be A tier. Now, Caracosta, S tier. Probably one of my hotter takes of this video. Arkin is going to be A. Archeops. When I was a young boy, when I was a young boy... Yeah, I'm going to put Archeops in probably S tier. It has been 3 days. Trubbish. I've always thought Trubbish was adorable ever since I was a little kid, as you can see in this video where I was talking about how Trubbish is so adorable.
Its facial expression is just a mixture of disgust and adorableness.
Trubbish is going to go in B tier. Garbodor is going to also be B tier because, you know, they're Pokemon that I don't think I would use, but I like that they're there. Zorua. Unpopular opinion here. I think Zorua is boring. I know. I'm sorry. It's just another edgy little canine. And I think Zoroark is A. I've just never been the hugest fan of that line. Like, I think they're still great, but like, I like Lucario and Riolu a lot more. Minccino is boring and I'd never want to see it. D tier. And I actually think Chinchino's a little bit cooler, but still like, it's so bland. C. I think Gothita is a strong C for me. Gothorita is probably also C. Gothitelle? I will Gothitelle you that it is a B tier Pokemon. This whole line. Solosis, Duosion, Reuniclus. All great. A for Solosis. I know that seems high for just a little orb, so I'm actually going to put it in B. Duosion can go in A, and then Reuniclus is going to go in S tier. Me and my brother, we both really like Reuniclus. Ducklet. Very strong B. Almost A, actually. Swanna is going to be A. I think Vanillite is really cute, and it's A tier. Vanillish is going to be B tier. However, Vanillux is going to go back up to A. Okay, all these deerlings. Spring deerling. D. Fall deerling. C. Summer deerling. A. Winter deerling. B. Now the definitive list of Sawsbucks. Fall Sawsbuck. A. Spring Sawsbuck. C. Summer Sawsbuck. B. Winter Sawsbuck. Another A. Wonderful. I think Emolga is one of the stronger Pikachu clones, but I don't like its face. That's an issue I have with a lot of the new Gen 9 designs. I don't like their faces. I'll put Emolga in B tier. Carablast. I love Carablast. A. Escavalier. One of the coolest shapes. S tier. Fungus. B. Amoonguss. B. Frillish. I like Frillish and Jellicent a good amount. Frillish can go A. Jellicent is also A. It's not S. Joltik is a pretty good design. It's interesting. I like how it like vibrates. I'll put it in B. And then Galvantula. Oh, wait, no. Joltik I like more than Galvantula. Galvantula can go in B. Oh, I missed Alomomola. Alomomola can go in C. Imagine if Lovedisc just evolved into it, and then it had better stats. I think Ferroseed and Ferrothorn are two very strong designs, and I do like that their typing is so annoying to fight against most of the time, which, like, you need some resistance every now and then in your game. Can't all be sunshine and rainbows. Ferroseed will be B tier, and Ferrothorn will be A. Clink is C. It's 2 gears. Clang is B. It's a slightly cooler gears. And then Kling Clang can be A. Tynamo. It's cool. C. I love both of Tynamo's evolutions. I do like Electros more. I'm going to put Electric in B and then Electros in A. I feel like there's something stopping Electros from being S tier. Elgium can go in B, and then Behem can go in C. Litwick. Looks like it smells like diapers. I'll put Litwick in B, and then Lampent also B. Chandelure can go in A. Axew is adorable. A tier. Fraxure is not as cool as Axew. Haxorus, on the other hand, is a step above Axew due to its coolness. Imagine, you're walking, minding your own business, and there's just a Haxorus in the wild, and it chops your head off. I'm sorry, but you are now in the afterlife. And Haxorus is S tier. Wow. Cubchoo. I used to really hate snot coming out of people's noses, but as I grew older and snot came out of my nose more and more times, I sort of got used to it, and now I find it to be a bit of an endearing design feature of this Pokemon. So I'm going to put Cubchoo in B tier safely. Beartic is awesome. It reminds me of Etelus from Ivals of Ether. I'm gonna put Beartic in A. Cryogonal. A tier. It has no real personification, so it's the perfect Pokemon for a villain to own. Shelmet. It's okay. B. Excelgor. A. Stunfisk. I don't mind that it's there. C. Mienfoo. Small humanoid fighting type, very easy to identify with. A tier. No, it's B. Mienshao is going to be A tier. I can't bring find myself to like it enough to be S tier. I know a lot of people would put that in S tier for this region, but this is my tier list and my tier list alone. Druddigan. That is a strong B tier Pokemon. I do like its colors. Golett, A. Golurk, S. Pawniard and Bisharp remind me a lot of a game I used to play on the trampoline called Blade Arms. So Pawniard is going to go in A, and I think you're gonna like what I'm gonna do next. Bisharp is going in S tier. Isn't that wonderful? Bouffalant. B. Man, there's a lot of Pokemon. Okay, Rufflet is B. Braviary, A. Volibee is A tier. I like it more than Rufflet. I also like Mandibuzz more than Braviary, but it's also A tier. It's not S tier. Heatmore, that's B tier. It's not A, it's not C, it's B. Durant. Durant is a homie. A. Dano. It's a good one. This one I like. A. And then Zweilous, I like it less because it's such an awkward shape. Although it is quite foreboding. I'll keep it an S. I mean, Jesus Christ, I've been saying S and putting it in B. Hydreigon is going to go in S tier. It's just way too cool. Larvesta is going to be A tier. I kind of have to take a shit. Volcarona is going to be S tier. The S tier is filling up. Ranking of the Swords of Justice now. Roygalion. That's not the right word I just said. I said the wrong word. Cobalion is my least favorite Sword of Justice. B. Terrakion. I actually like more than Cobalion and will be an A. And Virizion, I have a shiny card of Virizion that my brother gave me for my birthday one year. It might have been Christmas. I don't know. I think it was Christmas, actually. S tier. Weird bird form of Windurus. What the fuck is it called? Tornadus? I think I'm just going to put all of these weird guys in F tier. I think the Landorus one actually goes in D because it's kind of like Entei. Landorus is my least favorite of the genies. B tier. Thundurus is very cool. S tier. This is my reaction to pulling a Thundurus full art.
And a Thunderous EX full art.
I'm really about to shit my pants. Okay, and then Landorus is going to be A. Reshiram is less cool than Zekrom. A. And then Zekrom, which is very, very, very cool. Almost the coolest. S tier. Black Kyurem is better than White Kyurem. A tier. White Kyurem is going to go in B tier because it is worse than Black Kyurem. Kyurem is cooler than both of them and is going to go in S tier. I'm going to put base form Keldeo in A. And then when it transforms, it stays comfortably in the A tier because it doesn't really change. Meloetta, fighting type form. That can be... Okay, whew. I accidentally reloaded the page. That's going to be A tier. Meloetta singing form is going to be S tier. Oh, final Pokemon, Genesect. Methinks Genesect will go S tier. So cool. Oh my god, did I just rank 156 Pokemon or what? Yes. Here's my S tier. That's my A tier. This is my B tier. That is my C tier. That is my D tier. And that is my F tier. Do you agree? Stay tuned for me when I rank Generation 6 of Pokemon. Leave a comment. What was my worst take? Leave a like on this video and subscribe. I know I'm asking a lot. And let's hope I can make some more videos real soon. Time for Big Poopy.